Toto. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Gentlemen, once again, the Dark Tenor performing the national anthem for Ukraine.
What's up, Knucklehead Nation? I'm Joey El Gallo. I'm here with Tommy, the Genie. You're listening to Loaded Gloves NYC, baby. We are the voice of the fans. Knucklehead Nation, knuckle up. We're going to talk about Lomachenko versus Walters. We're going to do a clip just on Lomo versus Walters. Knucklehead Nation, we love you. Thanks to all our fans out there. We're approaching 60,000 on Facebook. Loaded Gloves is a platform we started because we are big fight fans, and we love all our fans. So we love the fighters for what they do. We're broadcasting from the Loaded Gloves studios in Lower Manhattan. We're back. We're up. We're running. We have a sponsor, the ASPCA. Be kind to animals. Save a kitten, save a stray. They pay us in hairballs and fur balls. So, Tommy the Genie, let's get into it, baby. Lomachenko versus Walters just announced. Break it down. Take me on a carpet ride.
I've never heard of either one of those guys.
Vasyl Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters, who we've both seen fight.
We've seen the Axeman. I don't know. How do you root against Lomachenko?
How do you... to me, he's my number one pound for pound.
You can't root against Lomachenko, but if there's one guy that could crack the Lovinko code, I don't know. You only say May Vinci code, so the Lominko code. But I like Lomachenko.
Genie, that's why I love you.
It's power against speed and technique. That's what it is.
Genie, your brain's amazing. Hold on. I hate... You know, one thing I like about our show is we don't interrupt each other. But your brain is, like, unbelievable.
It hurts.
Does it hurt? Does your brain hurt daily? Because you come up with these things.
I have to travel a lot with the carpet, and it's been bad weather. This time of the year, it sucks.
Are you avoiding the Caribbean because hurricanes down there? So, like, you can't fly around there.
Civil war is going on, you know. When you're flying in a no-fly zone and you're in a carpet, it kind of freaks people out and they shoot at you. So,
I'm Joey El Gallo. I'm here with Tommy the Genie, who flies around on a magic carpet, talks to fighters, gets the inside scoop around the globe. Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters.
I didn't want this!
Who do you got?
Yeah, I got Lomachenko.
I got Lomachenko, too. What Walters will show up? That is the question.
Nah, he's ready for this. He's ready. If you poll our Facebook fans, which, by the way...
It was crazy.
We had the 14,000 comments on our... I think it was 14,000. Or likes.
Right
no,
now.
I'm sorry. 14,000 likes with like 1,000 comments.
I want to pull that up.
And
it
seemed 60-40 Lomachenko. A lot of Walters love, actually. And I'm telling you, where is he from again?
Jamaica.
We don't have a lot of Jamaican fans on our Facebook page, so I thought there'd be a lot more...
We need to reach out to him.
Yeah, we really should.
So, okay, we just posted Oscar Valdez. That's a great post, by the way.
Yeah. That got a lot of response. But
they say Gallo Estrada's number one.
Of course they say El Gallo Estrada. Listen, stop with the El Gallo Estrada.
We posted on September 27th the Vasyl Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters set to clash in Las Vegas on November 26th. Your thoughts? We got 13,000 likes. And we have 435 shares, and how many comments? We have
500-600,
466 comments. And I got to tell you, you're right.
Absolutely.
A lot of these comments are pro Walters, which I guess Knucklehead Nation. What's going on?
I would say they're pro Walters in the sense where they said Walters is good, but Lomachenko will win. Like, I don't think how many of them said Walters will win. I don't think anybody really believes Walters will win, but it can happen.
All right, you're listening to Loaded Gloves NYC. Follow us, baby. Follow us everywhere. Tell your friends about us. Share us. Thank you to all our Knuckleheads Facebook fans. We love you guys. So, what I've been seeing out of Lomachenko is like something I always talk about, these block fighters, these Russians, Ukrainians, the Kazakhs. I wish the Russians, now they're starting to come over younger because they realize that, you know what, I can't be an amateur for 10 years. I got to come over here younger. I wish we had Lomachenko here younger, but you know what? He's still got a good 5-6 years in him. I think that, you know, we have our top 10 pound-for-pound Loaded Gloves weirdo list. I Heart Murat shirts on the way.
I know. I knew you were going there eventually.
So, you guys know the I Love New York logo? I'm having a shirt made that says I Hart Murat, because Murat Gassiev is the man.
22 years old.
He's a beast, man.
A beast.
He's going to be a world champion soon. I think that technically...
He looks 50 years old.
He
he's
does,
22
they all
years
do.
Yeah.
It's like when the baseball players come over from Cuba or DR.
Yeah, he
or whatever.
looks... When I heard, he's got the hair of a 50-year-old. He's the hairiest boxer.
Worst dressed, best boxer, Loaded Gloves, #1 pound for pound. I Heart Murat.
We want him to fight that crazy guy, Usyk.
Oh, that would be a good one. So, I love Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a master. Him and his father have these old school tricks. I mean, he is, to me, the definition of a pro. The way he moves. And you've been saying this for 3 years to me, Tommy. You've been talking about Lomachenko for 3 years, and he keeps getting better. And the way he took apart Rocky Martinez in his last fight was unbelievable. That's when people said, "Oh my God!"
Well, he's like Triple G. He's winning all of his fights convincingly. He's not just like, "Well, did he win? Like, did he win?" You know, that's when you're that good.
You know, he's in the gym getting ready too. Walters is the Axeman. I love his whole show, the Axeman, This
is a big fight for Walters.
Yeah, it's a big fight. So our Facebook poll, I mean, it was pretty even, but I got to tell you, here's someone calling for a Walters Nonair rematch.
Nonair, yeah, I know. Well, of course.
But I got Vassiel. I can't wait to watch this fight.
I don't think Lomachenko can finish him, though.
I do.
I
think because Donaire almost finished him. He had him knocked out. He got saved by the bell.
I think
when he fought Walters.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't.
I think Lomachenko,
I see it going a distance. I see a rematch.
And then that wouldn't be bad either. But I think Lomachenko now he's just ready to take over. I mean he's what, 1, 2, 3 belts already.
Because he had 900 amateur fights or some stupid number like that.
It's like 7-0 with 3 world title belts. But he's a legitimate world champ.
He's got one loss.
One loss to CD.
Yeah.
Orlando CD Martinez, which that guy, I love that guy, man. He got robbed against
Salido?
Bandito Vargas. He got robbed.
Salido?
I mean, yeah. I thought he won. I felt bad for him, man. I was like, come on.
I like Salido. He can't win. Like, he just can't. He's the guy
that you... once in a while, though.
He does, but he's the guy that you always... Yeah, just enough to keep him fighting and not retire. And then when he gets a big fight, he gets robbed every time.
But he's getting some big paydays, and I love him. And he's mean, dude. What I love about him, too, is, like... You're right. He just wins, like when you look at Lomachenko when you look back in the history books of boxing and we talk about Lomachenko in like 5 years from now, you're going to see a loss in his record and it'll be to Orlando. I mean, that's crazy.
He's got that style that we like
he's
that fight we didn't even talk about, but like that Sotomayor Kamagai kind of fight. He's that guy that's they just bang until someone drops or no one drops. But
think about the stamina every time he gets out. You're born to fight. He's a born warrior.
He just throws 100 punches, 200 punches around. It's crazy.
I'm going for Lomachenko all the way. We are Nicholas Walters fans on the show.
Yeah.
You guys already let us know what you think.
By the way, where's Verdejo these days?
You know what? Verdejo, he had that motorcycle crash and
that's right. He's hurt.
Bud Crawford was calling him out, and a lot of people think he's just a built-up fighter. Listen, he's not going to be one of the Puerto Rican legends. Like Trinidad or whatever, but he looks slick, he looks great, but we've seen him fight.
He's beatable his last couple of fights.
We've seen him fight, and he looks great, but who's he fought? I don't know. I think his stock's going down. I don't think he's I don't think he's there for the long run. I mean, I don't know. He's got to get some big fights.
I almost had him on our pound for pound. Now he's on our ounce for ounce. He's not quite a pound for pound guy yet. He's not.
By the way, we want to say, R.I.P. to one of the Loaded Gloves all-time pound for pound kings. I'm Not Ruin Wrong has retired from boxing. We want to thank Amnat for the journey.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He retired after the Olympics, I suppose.
He got killed.
But you never know. I mean, the guy
saying R.I.P. I thought he died. I was ready to start crying. I was like, don't make Amnat.
I'm sorry.
You just killed Amnat.
I'm sorry. He did not pass away. He's not dead.
I was about to light a candle.
No, you're about to get on your carpet and fly to Thailand.
I love you, Amnat.
So, I'm not. We think you never know with the information coming out of there, but he gave us a lot of great shows, a lot of great moments, a lot of weird.
He could be a kick-ass Hollywood movie right up to the Olympics, and then he makes the Olympic team, and then the movie ends because you don't want to see how
His
bad he
whole
did.
life
You
is a
don't want to
movie.
see how bad he did in the Olympics, but the movie could end with him making the Olympics with his stealing apples when he was a little
Cars
kid
and a drug
stealing
addict
stuff and
and-
drugs and having to get away from his abusive people around him, and then going to prison and then fighting his way out of prison and then being a world champion,
Yeah.
and then going and defending his country in the Olympics. Couldn't win the Olympics, but that would be a great movie. And instead, what they'll do is they make a fictional thing like Southpaw, where he's standing
Yeah.
right-handed in the poster. Hello, Hollywood marketing. That picked the poster for Southpaw. He's not standing Southpaw.
I love
Oh, the movie sucked.
just as much as we love Vasyl Lomachenko for what a pro he is. We love Amnat for his story and his struggle. And, that's why we love boxing. We are the voice of the fans. That's what our show is, because...
Listen, though, it avoided a potential loaded gloves catastrophe where we would have had to choose between Amnat, CP Freshmart, or Wang Hang.
Yeah.
Because that's like... those
What's
are
Wang Hang now? Like 48-0?
48-0, 47-0.
Oh,
And he's
my-
got to fight. He beat that other guy. So I think Sal Juarez. So now he's got to fight, knock out CP Freshmart, I think.
Yeah.
I think that fight has to happen now.
Well, we just posted yesterday. We posted. Let's go to Oscar Valdez. Let's check out this post. I mean,
That's Joey's new man crush.
just how good is Oscar Valdez? He's the best current Mexican fighter right now, and you got the Gallo Estrada love. You saying a lot of people saying, a lot of our Facebook fans saying that he's a great champion.
They ripped Canelo again.
They rip Canelo all the time.
I'm Mexican fans. You guys rip Canelo, which we kind of like. It doesn't show blind Canelo love.
Because there's intelligent fans. I tried to explain that to the casuals
Yeah.
at work, that you guys have to understand, Canelo is this was another thing on my talking points today. I want to talk about Canelo real quick. I know you didn't want to, Jeannie. You're listening to Loaded Gloves, broadcasting from the Loaded Gloves studios in Lower Manhattan. We are the voice of the fans. We want to thank the ASPCA for sponsoring us.
And shame on not our fans, but shame on fans at the Canelo fight beating people up in the stands. Come on.
Yeah, we heard there are all kinds of fights and stuff, but
no need for that stuff.
I try to tell my friends, Canelo is a novela, a Spanish soap opera. He's a made for, I try to explain to them and they don't get it. Casuals do not understand. I said, he is made for the American audience. Mexican fans know that he's ducking the guys. Like, who's he going to fight next? If he's a 154-pounder, true 154-pounder, he should go and try and unify the belts in that division. You know?
Well, there's nobody at 154 that likes to fight, though. I mean, the Charlos, one of them's not bad.
People, the right Boo Boo, he won't fight Boo Boo.
No,
Boo Boo
finally, I think he's finally out of that crappy situation he was in with his promoters, whatever. But that's
so.
But I don't hate Canelo. If all of us, like the same thing with Danny Jacobs, if all of a sudden Canelo fights the top two guys at 154 and knocks them out, I'll love Canelo. But he's destroying. I mean, he's young enough now where he can save his legacy and be known as one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. But he's still young.
That's what's crazy is how young he is.
Feels like he's 40 already, but he's, 28? I mean, it's not even.
No, he's 25.
Is he that early? 25, 26,
yeah.
right?
But
You were serious about that?
Fight people.
He's got to fight people. And, Oscar Valdez, he took apart Gradovich. He won the belt. And you know what? I've been listening to, I've been watching a lot of his interviews. And the kid is put together. He knows that he has to win. He's got his eye on the big prize. And I think he's got the skills to pay the bills. We had someone write Mikey Garcia. He's not from Mexico. He's a U.S. That's another
he's
thing,
Mexican
too.
blood in him.
That's another thing, too. Think about this, though.
I love Mikey.
I love how great was it seeing Mikey's return at Barclays Center. That was the best night of my life. After the Chris Algieri fight, beating Ruslan, that was nothing compared to Carl Frampton beating Leo Santa Cruz.
No, it wasn't.
And then Frampton, he's got to announce a fight soon.
No, he's Eddie Hearn said he's got something lined up for him.
I don't think
December.
he's with Eddie.
Just not Eddie Hearn, the other guy. Not
Frank Warren?
Yeah,
Or,
Warren.
No, the
Warren.
fighter. McGuigan.
McGuigan,
because his son trains
They
him.
want him to do something the first week of December or something like that. But,
I think he'd come back to New York.
Yeah, listen, let's not even go there. Santa Cruz disrespected him after the fight.
Oh, that's...
Saying he's got to fight him in his home turf now in California because he fought in his home turf in Brooklyn. Frampton's never even been to Brooklyn before.
Yeah.
He's never even been to New York.
There's a lot more Mexicans and Irish people in New York.
So, listen, he should fight in England. They should fight overseas.
Yeah, they got to bring this to Belfast.
They got to fight in like a soccer stadium and all the Jackals fans going crazy because it's Frampton's belt now. I'm sorry, Leo. We like you, Leo. We like you, little twitchy bastard.
You know what? Carl Frampton neutralized the Twitch, the Santa Cruz Twitch. What did we say years ago?
Yeah, so
whoever exposes the Twitch, that's how you beat Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, and go to hell, Teddy Atlas. You discovered it like a year after us. We were talking about the Twitch a year ago, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, no one's ever noticed the Twitch.
Just like Jim Lampley and HBO discovered Anthony Joshua, too.
And Roman.
Yeah.
They think they discovered Roman Gonzalez.
This is interesting. Oh, speaking of that,
we didn't even talk about his fight.
We were Roman's fight, right?
Roman
won that fight. Okay, it was a good fight. He got a few black eyes. This is boxing. This is boxing. This is not a sport. This is serious.
Quadras came to fight, but he wasn't. He was just overmatched.
But he gave away the early. You can't give away.
He was overmatched, but.
So speaking of the
and
Roman,
Joey lives and sleeps with a Roman Gonzalez pillow. Who he loves. He loves chocolatito. Yeah. He loves, and he's got little boxes of chocolates called chocolatitas.
Yeah,
like little chocolates.
I got a chocolatita at home.
He does. He's got a chocolatita at home. He loves Roman. He turned me on to Roman. Roman's face at the end of the fight, he got mashed up. But you know what? He won, though. You can get beat up more than the other guy and win. He won almost every round. He only, in my opinion, Roman lost 4.
Yeah, I agree.
That's about it. And I'll tell you what, I'd love to see a rematch. I don't think Quadras can train enough to overcome that skill set. I don't think so.
You know what? I think Roman beats people to where it's like you don't need, that separates the really good fighters.
Our fans got a little nutty on that fight.
So so I have so it's weird. Like I don't know, Nicaragua was like such a big part of my life. One of my friends, Luis, who I've known for 15 years, is Nicaraguan. One of my best buddies, and he says to me, he's a casual boxing fan. I don't mean that as an insult, but we got him into boxing. He listened to the show, and he says, "Why are all the Mexican fans so bitter about that loss?" Because I said, you can't read the comments. I said, first of all, the same thing happened when Leo Santa Cruz lost. Every time a Mexican fighter loses, he didn't get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I compare the Frampton Santa Cruz fight. They were all saying Leo Santa Cruz got robbed. You lost.
And he rocked him. He hurt him. Yeah. He hurt Santa Cruz.
And he took his game. Frampton had a better game plan that night. It worked. He neutralized. He won. Then the same thing with Roman. And they were all saying, oh, my God, Quadras, he got robbed. No. Every time a Mexican... I don't even know if I should go there, but...
a Mexican fighter pretty much has to get knocked out.
And I'm like, can you let the Nicaraguan fighter... Come on. They have, like, Alexis Arguello and now Chocolatito. Like, come on. Like, you guys own the world, okay? Mexico, you guys are the best in boxing, period. Okay?
I do like that fight was amazing with Inoue sitting right there, just checking him out, not looking scared at all. He was just like, I'm ready.
No, he's crazy. He looks like, he just
You thought he was like some little skinny Asian kid. You're like, are you sure that's him sitting there? I'm
like, that little
looks like
kid.
He's 16. Like,
he's got like this spiky hair and these like dark, crazy eyes, and he's like this little boy face. He doesn't have facial hair.
No,
and he's just sitting there like he's just in another dimension.
It looked like he was just sitting there watching like anime on like his cell phone, going, "All right." Like he looked like a little kid, but you know what he said? I'm gonna go and watch the guy that I'm gonna fight next. I give him credit for that, and you know what? He didn't look intimidated because he's good.
He's good.
He's good. He's quicker than Quadras, so that'll be more Roman against a technician. That I'd like to see. I also do want Roman to fight Estrada again. We got to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
He has to.
And Estrada's chasing him up.
Everybody. That's why I love those weight classes. They don't run from each other. They chase each other through the weight classes. Quig's chasing Frampton.
Yeah.
They're all chasing each other. Nobody chases Reagan, though. They don't want him. And everybody
he's still world champ.
Yeah, but a lot of boxing fans think that no one's chasing him because they're afraid of him. He doesn't generate a payday.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Nobody wants to see him fight. HBO, will never sign that fight because they hate him.
Yeah. After he beat Donaire, everyone said, no, I want no part of that.
But he just doesn't sell tickets. He doesn't. He's like Andre Ward, who's strangely, for some reason, being a, the number one pound-per-pound fighter in the world, according to HBO, even though he's not. But he doesn't. Andre Ward doesn't sell tickets either. Canelo, love him or hate him, sells tickets.
Yeah.
That place was packed.
Can you imagine that place with the Canelo Triple G?
I wouldn't need. I'd have to go. I'd sneak in. I would put on some kind of Eastern Bloc clothing and sneak in.
I wouldn't.
I'm not. Well, I'm not going as a Triple G fan after what they did to the. That's true.
So
there was a lot of
by
fights.
the way,
there was a lot of fights going on. Again, the Canelo fans were beating the crap out of everybody. We're trying to.
You listen to Loaded Gloves. Thank you to all our fans, Knucklehead Nation, our fan base, the Knuckleheads. We love you. We love the fighters for all you do.
I heart Murat.
I heart Murat, baby. Murat Gassiev. He is the man. He's coming to take over. They're all coming over. We're going to be back. We're going to talk about another fight. Stay tuned. So tune in. Check us out on SoundCloud, Loaded Gloves. Check us out on TuneIn, Loaded Gloves. You know where to find us on Facebook?
The hell with it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Facebook.com, The Loaded Gloves.
We love you, Knucklehead Nation. Broadcasting from the Loaded Glove Studios in Lower Manhattan in New York, baby. We got some big stuff coming up to New York City. We got the UFC coming.
Yes.
We got the UFC 205. We got, please God, we have Triple G coming back to New York.
To the Garden. Looks like it's going to happen.
To the Garden or Barclays. We love you, Loaded Glove Nation. We out.
Feast after shave, take one.
Action.
Go now.
Action.
In the morning, I splash it on, and it makes me smell manly.
Smell manly. Cut. Does that smell manly? Can you read that right?
Yeah.
Well, let's go again.
Well, excuse me. Fellas. I know I said it wrong, but it really don't smell manly. I mean, do you think this stuff smells like a man? I say absolutely no.